Hey, Bob.
Hello, Rick. How are you?
Good to have you here, my
Good
friend.
to see you.
Thanks for joining us here.
Absolutely. I've been looking forward to this. Two old friends just sitting in the hideaway telling war stories.
Telling war stories. Well, thank you for joining us.
Sure.
This is a show that we have called the Mayor's Lounge, and I get to have some pretty cool guests that join me, and obviously having a friend of 20 years or so or more, or as we tend to get grayer, I think that.
See what this job has done to us? You know, we were young, virile, no gray hair.
And now look at us.
Now look at us.
I think together we've done something that I don't know that this region has really seen happen before you were in the position you're in and I'm in the position I'm in.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've changed the entire debate and the entire tone of the relationship between Tampa and St. Pete, between Hillsborough and Pinellas. And we're going to continue to do that because I don't think people want to go back now, Rick.
I don't think they do either.
Yeah.
For all the forward momentum I think that both of our cities have, I think the biggest challenge that we have, and you guys have taken a huge step towards starting to try and address that, is with transit.
Transportation has always been our Achilles heel, and we know that.
Yeah.
When you and I go out and recruit companies to come to the Bay Area, that's the question they always ask about. You know, the talent pipeline and transportation. And so resolving that for both of us is the most important issue, I think, moving forward.
I think the ferry obviously has been a step in the direction of doing that. I love the impact it seems to be having on both of our communities, people spending money. It speaks volumes about both of our communities and the fact that we have residents in both cities who want to visit the other city, and that's the way it should be.
Absolutely. It's a great way to connect two great and emerging downtowns, both of which offer different things.
This seems to be a period of time where the role of mayors and the influence of mayors is probably maybe as great as it's ever been.
Well, it is, and you know, I can remember telling you when you called me, asking about.
I remember that call.
You know, what's it like to be a mayor, and I told you, it's the toughest job you're ever going to love. But I think the reason mayors are emerging as the thought leaders around the country is partially because of the dysfunction in Washington, D.C.
Yep.
Partially because of the paralysis of the political process, and that people are unwilling to find solutions to tough problems. So I think you're going to see more mayors start to emerge as the de facto leaders of this country because the others have chosen to abdicate their responsibility because they're too busy fighting about partisan stuff.
You know, we recently in the city we had Michael Bloomberg here talking about climate change, and to me that's a great example of an issue where the federal government has really abdicated its leadership, and it is up to the cities to really be the ones who are putting policies in place to make a difference on climate change, and then we're the ones who really, if we're going to lay the groundwork for the future, and what is our cities going to look like so that we're best prepared.
The cities and the local responders are the first responders.
Yeah.
It's not the military. It's our cops, it's our firefighters, it's our healthcare professionals. The same is true with climate resiliency and how we harden our cities and how we harden our infrastructure. It's us. We need a partnership with the federal and state government, but in the absence of that, people are looking to their mayors. I mean, how do you react in a hurricane? How do you react in a mass casualty drill? It's your guys and gals that are going in there. They're the first line of response. People can complain about government 364 days of the year, but on that one day they need us to be at our best.
Yeah, I would agree. Well, I've got a little surprise here.
Oh, he knows I'm an Irishman.
So we've got a little Jameson, and I thought it would be really appropriate for us to do a little toast to not only our friendship, but our partnership over these years. And it has been a joy for me to be able to work with you, call you my friend, be able to call you and ask for advice. So this is a toast to you, my friend.
Thank you. As they say in Ireland, sláinte.
Sláinte.
Thanks. It's been a great ride.
Yes, it has. So one of the other things that we get to do on this show that I love is we get to feature some great local musicians.
Good.
And today we've got a group called Mouth Council that is going to be performing. But again, thanks for having you on the
You
show.
bet.
And here's Mouth Council.
All right.
You